Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a video today on how I curl my hair, and to be honest, I curl my hair a couple of different ways. I have hot rollers, I have a couple of different size curling irons, but most commonly I use two different curling irons, and I have them here today to show you. I washed my hair the day before yesterday, and just something to mention that I put in my hair before we get started. I used Pureology's 21 Essential Benefits. This is one that I mentioned in my product favorites. And this one I mainly use as a detangler. I have very fine, thin hair and it tangles really easily. So this is something that I've been using, and it's supposed to, I think, have something in it to help color treated hair. And I do have highlights that are needing to be done, but anyways, this is the first thing that I put on my hair. And then I like volume to my hair. My hair naturally, like I said, is really fine and just kind of stays flat to my head. So I like anything that's going to give me some volume, and I use two different products. I use this one. It's the Pureology Pure Volume Instant Levitation Mist. This is one that you spray into your roots. So I'll just lift up sections while my hair is still wet, and the same with that 21 too. I'll do that first and then use this and just spray it in different sections of my roots all along, mostly the crown of my head. I don't use the back too often, but I'll use this, and then those are the only two that I use if I'm going to let my hair air dry. Most commonly though, I do blow dry my hair, so I'll also use the Pureology Pure Volume Blow Dry Amplifier. And I've had all three of these products for exactly a year. I don't know if they have an expiration on them. They probably do. But because I wash and dry my hair so infrequently, they last a really long time. A cheaper alternative to the Pureology brand is Redken. They have a couple of different volumizing products that I really like too. I know one of them is called Guts. I've actually got a couple in there too, but I do like these a little bit better and like the scent a little bit better of them. They're very natural smelling. But anyways, that's what I use right after I wash my hair and before I blow dry it. And then I just washed it and dried it and left it as is the first day, and then yesterday my hair was in a ponytail all day. So this morning the only thing that I did was use my dry shampoo, the Batiste. My roots were just looking really kind of greasy and needed a little touch up. So I put this in there first, and I just put my hair up in a clip really quick to keep them, to keep my hair up while I was doing other stuff. I brushed my teeth and put some makeup on. And just left it clipped up, and then came back and brushed my hair out. This is really dirty, but my tangle teaser is what I use to brush my hair out when it's wet or dry. It's made to use on wet hair, and again, since my hair tangles so easily, this is something that I've used. You can pick these up at Sally's, and then I think I've seen them too at Walmart here recently. Wet Brush is another brand that's supposed to be really good. I've never tried that one, but Tangle Teaser is one that I really enjoy, and it's made to fit the palm of your hand. So those are the main products that I use. The two most used curling irons that I have one by Hot Tools, and this one's like a standard clamp curling iron. This is their 1-inch barrel. I really like Hot Tools products. I have two curling irons made by them, and I love that they have a temperature setting because I can adjust the temperature and it'll adjust the type of curl that I'll get. And like I said, I have a lot of different ways that I do curl my hair. It just really depends on what I'm feeling like that day. I'll use the curling irons. I have hot curlers that I'll use every now and then. I even have sponge rollers. Curling hair has always been a big part of my life, and so I have a couple different products to use, but the one I'm going to use today is a wand, and this one is by Brilliance, New York. I got this off of Haute Look probably 5 or 6 years ago now, and I'm not sure if it is like normally made in the UK because the temperature setting is in Celsius. But it does get really hot, and it came with 4 or 5 different barrels that you can interchange on the top of it. But the one that I use here, I think it's either 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, and I like the curls that it provides. So I've got that. It also came with a little mitt, and I'm going to put the mitt on, and we can go ahead and get started. I do clip my hair up into 2 sections, so I'm going to go ahead and put this top part up here. I've got a little mirror down here, so if you see me looking at something, that's what I'm looking at, so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And I have a little teeny tiny baby clip that hopefully it will hold my hair. I do have a comb that I will take and run through my hair sometimes too. This one is made by Criket. It was a recommendation from Kate at the Small Things blog. I really love her blog and YouTube tutorials. She was really popular on Pinterest a couple of years ago too. But I had never had like a nicer comb, and I didn't think it would really make that big of a difference, but hers did. She suggested this one, and I'll link it below, but I want to say it was like $7 or $8 off of Amazon and came really quickly, and I really enjoyed it. It's just got a little bit more weight to it than what the normal like plastic comb would have, so I do really like that. As you can see, I'm doing about 2-inch sections or so. Like I said, my hair is really thin. If your hair is thicker, then you may want to do thinner sections if you're trying to achieve a curl like this. And I leave it on for about 6 seconds or so, 6 or 7. And right now I'm curling away from my hair, or away from my face. So, and I do like to hold it there for just a minute and kind of let it cool off in that curled shape. And you can see I've kind of got a little bit of volume going on here. Got a little, like I said, my hair's super knotty. But I just kind of do this so that it'll lay flat. And I think one of the biggest things when I talk to people about curling hair, they'll say, oh, I'm just not good at it. Well, you do have to practice. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions, is that you'll just naturally be good at it. It can be a slow process when you're first starting off if you're not a hair curling junkie. But the longer that you practice at it, the quicker you can do it. And if I'm like in a rush to get out in the mornings, I can usually do my hair in about 15 minutes. I'm going to switch the glove to the other side because I'll hold the barrel with my other hand. One other thing that I'll mention too is if you have a hard time with your hair curling or holding a curl, a product that I really like to use is a thermal active heating spray. And I've got one here that I'll show you. Note too that I am like holding the barrel down and letting my hair just slide off of it. I'm not holding it straight up, I'm holding it down at an angle. I have the Kenra thermal styling spray here. So the idea behind this is that you would spray your hair first and let it kind of dry just a little bit. And it's a bit sticky, but it'll help the curl to hold. So if you have a hard time with your hair not wanting to hold a curl, that really works well. My favorite is made by Biolage, and it's just called Thermal Active Heating Spray. So it works upon contact with heat. So I do really like those. And again, I'm just curling away from my face and doing about these like 1.5 2-inch sections, so it's not too crazy of a time period. And it does sound like a lot of products. Again, I like products, so I like trying things out. My hair is super like silky smooth, which a lot of people want that. But in order to get curl that really stays, you kind of need a little bit of texture to it. So it all depends on the look that you're going for. But if you're wanting a volumized curl, this is just the way that I go about doing it. And I forgot to mention the temperature setting that I have this curling iron on is 160 degrees Celsius. And I know 100 degrees Celsius is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so I know that it's more than 212. I would guess it's like, I don't know, 260 or so. I'm towards the back of my head now and just doing this back section. I will occasionally even use like a straightener to straighten my hair too. And that's something I'm not as good at. I'm going to just put my hair back down as I put the glove back on. And the glove does really help. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't use the glove because I can't feel what I'm doing. But I would have burned my hair, or burned my fingers for sure, if I had not had the glove. And you can still feel heat through it, so it's not totally It won't totally keep you from burning your fingers, but it'll give you a little bit more room to work with. Sometimes it can be a bit hard to see where you're stopping and starting off. Sometimes I will take like a little duckbill clamp and put it in my hair so that I can see what sections I've picked up and which ones I haven't. You want to make sure and get everything. And I found other products that work for like thicker hair, stronger hold hairsprays and that sort of thing. Everybody has a different, just a different hair type, so it would make sense that curling your hair is going to be different for everybody, but you can at least go ahead and get started. I'm also going to go ahead and spray a little bit of the Sebastian Shaper Plus. This is the extra hold hairspray, and this is my favorite. And I'm just going to spray it as is just to kind of help hold. Something that's interesting about that particular hairspray, it's normally $19.99 at Ulta, but a couple times a year it goes on sale for $9.99, and then coupons work on it too. So I will just stock up whenever it goes on sale, and I really, really like it. They do have a regular hold hairspray, and then they have the extra hold, and to me the regular hold doesn't do anything. So I have to have the extra hold, and I really like it. Again, still like styling it away from my face. It's not too much more left to it. This will typically hold, the curls will fall out a little bit as the day goes on, but it will typically last all day. And then if I put my hair up in like a soft ponytail and sleep on it at night, then it will last even longer. A lot of times I'll also sleep on a satin pillowcase, and that helps me from getting hairs all over the place. Cotton, just if I move a whole lot, then I'll wake up with my hair everywhere. But satin will give you just a little bit more of like a softer, like your hair doesn't get tangled all in it or get all frizzy in the middle of the night. My grandmother makes satin pillowcases for everybody, and so I have a couple of them that I really enjoy using. And you can see some sections were smaller and some were larger. It doesn't have to be an exact science. Okay, I think that got everything at least somewhat curled. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that side too, just to go ahead and set in some of the curls, and then I'll show you what I do afterwards that really like amps up the volume. I take a pick, yes, a pick. This is just like the plastic ones that you can get in a set of 3 at the grocery store. And I flip my hair over, and then I run this through the curls to help break them up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just kind of take it and just pick out the curls so that they're not all clumpy. And then I go ahead and do one spray with my hair curled over like this. And just kind of hit the bottoms. And then I flip my hair. And as you can see, it's super voluminous right now. And I just kind of fix it and work with it a bit. I'll occasionally tease parts of it, but I kind of bring my part back out. And then I just like mine to have a little bit of oomph in the back here. So that's where I'll spray. And you can see it just kind of broke up those curls and made them softer. And then I know that at some point during the day I'm going to stick my hair behind my ear, just because it gets on my nerves if I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray my bangs like so. And there we have it. That is pretty much it. Like I said, this will last for around all day today, and then usually I can get a second day out of it if I put my hair up in just like a high ponytail to sleep on it. But I hope that this video was helpful. If you are interested in seeing like my everyday makeup, just let me know. Send me a response in the comments. Or if you had any questions about any of the products that I used or cheaper alternatives, please just let me know. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, and bye.